Hey everyone, Nick here looking at Intel. This morning I was chatting with friends online, and in the chat room came up Intel. It was looking spiky and it was something to want to chase. This is a daily chart. It's not obvious except if you know how to read candles, and it looks like, the high. But then now it faded. So this is it's even red on a positive day. Great chart so far. I'm speaking to the point as to where do I not chase. So when somebody brought it to my attention in the chat room, they said, hey, check out Intel, it's going, and they want to, I think they even took a trade longer. I said, this is not a point of entry for me, so I'm going to zoom in. First, let me take out all the noise, my influence. And let's go to a 30-minute chart. It was sometime here. And then by the time I looked at it, it was about this level, which is 59, almost 60. So I said, it's not for me at this point. Great bounce in the morning, but the whole market was exuberant. But the reason why I didn't go in is because onus is on the bulls to take that out. How come? Because it's a prior accident scene. Now, these are short-term levels. This is a candle of 30 minutes, so half an hour. It doesn't say anything about the prospects of the company long term, so don't get upset over that. It could be ABC company, it doesn't have to be Intel. If I'm looking at a chart, somebody says, look, it's a buy, I'm buying. I'd say, okay, you buy now if you want. I'm going to wait, and I want to see what happens, because last time they were exactly here, they failed. And slightly above here, they failed. And a giant island, whatever you want to call it, they failed. And look, even left. What is that? So clearly, there's appetite to sell anything above this level on this time frame. Now, if I zoom back to a 1 day, not so obvious, except that you can still see those peaks right there and the island thing. So I could tell from this chart that I have to wait. Not a clear, I mean, this is a nice rally. It's not a clear point of entry. So back to the 30-minute. Here I can clearly see it, because you can see the actual fails on multiple levels many times. Also, this little consolidation zone right here is sticky. What does that mean? That orange line denotes the volume profile. This is where it tells me that this is where most of the actual selling and buying for this period of time, from the 24th of December to now, happened. So anytime for some reason the stock gets here, the buyers and sellers are active more than any other time. In fact, the only just almost as busy is down here for this consolidation. So this tells me that this box here and this box here are important for this period of time. Okay, so if I zoom out back to a day, so the mathematical line for most busy is down here, but this is for a whole year, and it's a huge rally, so that's normal for now. That's why they say we would like to see them consolidate, because this is not normal like this. If they're trading down here most often, then up here is not yet proven. So you need some sideways action, maybe a little dip to consolidate, so you move that line up. Okay, so that's just an easy logic way of looking at it. The bulls are still in charge. I should say the buyers are still in charge on the daily. If I go into a 15-minute, they're not. 30-minute, maybe they're fighting over it. Over the 60-minute also. So this is my interpretation, in my opinion, 120 minutes. So here's how I would say it. In the short term, the sellers are taking hold of the reins for Intel. Short term, okay. Long term, on the daily chart, you can't refute the buyers. But here on this time frame, it looks like this poke today is even clearer to see for some reason, because you can see this one, and it's almost like you zoom out a little bit and you can see that the whole zone is rejected. But doesn't mean we can't wake up Monday at 62.5, which is where I was short, and I closed my short. So it was a win, and I don't want to mess with it. A few pennies left on it. I'm not going to leave the risk open. Vice versa, if they go below 58.50, they might test that point of control. So if they lose 58.50, I can see them testing 57.50, if not 57, which is proven support. This is support at 58. below it is even proven support. So it's not a disaster, it's just that consolidation. So on a daily chart, it needs to consolidate a little bit. Just needs to put it in better hands. Somebody that's long here and is still long up here, at the first sign of red, they'll say, you know what, it's been fun, out. So they call these weak hands. Shake some out by a few red days or a whoosh, you know, and you'd have a better base for higher prices. So here's a line I'm just adding. God, too much coffee today. Sorry about that. Let's leave it here. It's not flat, but anyway. Where did I put it? The 5560. It should be support. It is proven support. That's a place where if it falls to it and I'm still long it and I haven't booked it, I would wait a few ticks. I don't panic out, even though there's nice juicy gap down here. So, and I can also put another similar line down close to it. So why do I put it down here? Because this was a prior failure level at 53 that they finally took out, and it served as maybe it will serve as footing. So they have to test footing, they have to test footing, they have to test footing. So if I'm long, I have to choose my exit, quote, panic exit points. So this is my 2 cents on Intel. Regardless of what I think of the company, I think management needs to prove itself. They've had some issues. Maybe this set is better than before, but it sells at 13 PE for a reason, and 3.7 sales when the whole sector is flying high, especially like AMD has been the best stock 2 years straight, I believe, in the S&P. So it sells at 9 times sales and 3-digit, almost 250 PE. So people give it more credit up here than Intel down there. So there's a reason why Intel's cheap. Nvidia sells at 15 times sales, even more expensive than AMD, even though its PE is 62. So there's a reason why Intel is cheap, and onus is on the management to prove that they can overcome this silly, it's like they had all the advantages and they're giving it up, or they gave it up. Now they need to take it back. All right, Nick signing out.